Welcome, viewers, to a deep dive into the silent but deadly weapon of modern warfare. A single signature in a quiet room can alter the course of history forever. Without firing a single bullet, an entire nation is suddenly cut off from the global world. Billions of dollars vanish instantly, as massive oil ships rust away in completely silent ports. How can a country survive when its financial lifelines are brutally severed overnight? Let's see. The Global Council convenes under the heavy shadows of a rising international crisis. Powerful delegates gather around the curved mahogany table, with faces made of pure, cold stone. A severe draft resolution is pushed forward to punish the defiant sovereign government now. Western diplomats exchange calculating glances while analyzing each tactical move carefully. According to official records, this sweeping mandate aims to cripple their entire economy. The targeted representative sits frozen, sweating heavily under the harsh, fluorescent, bright lights. He attempts to raise an objection, but his desperate voice echoes hollowly in the massive hall. This is not a battlefield of blood and iron, but a silent war fought with ink and heavy paper. Hands are raised in unison, casting a unanimous vote that seals a devastating, grim fate.
The wooden gavel strikes the block with a deafening crack, finalizing the historic verdict.
A death sentence is effectively delivered without a single armed troop crossing the border. The documents are swiftly stamped with bold red ink, marking the beginning of extreme isolation. Heavy fountain pens glide across thick parchment, locking the destiny of millions of civilians. The atmosphere in the room remains completely sterile, masking the violent economic impact. Outside the glass building, the sun continues to shine, but a dark storm is gathering far away. News agencies around the world immediately broadcast the unprecedented global sanctions. Financial markets tremble slightly as analysts predict the catastrophic long-term consequences. The sanctioned envoy slowly packs his leather briefcase, his posture heavy with absolute defeat. He walks down the long marble corridor, completely ignored by former geopolitical allies. This strategy of maximum pressure is designed to force capitulation from the inside out. Historically speaking, such blockades are modern equivalents of ancient medieval sieges. They aim to starve the castle by denying it vital resources until the walls crumble entirely. The diplomats shake hands with polite diplomatic smiles, satisfied with their strategic victory. They step into their luxury vehicles, leaving the devastating damage far behind. However, the true horrors of this decision will soon manifest in physical reality. The very foundation of a sovereign state is about to be systematically dismantled. The invisible dominoes have been pushed, and the cascading chain reaction cannot be stopped now. If you were standing in that silent room, would you condemn millions to poverty for political gain? Deep within the financial hubs of the West, the digital execution of the mandate begins. The global banking system, a vast web of fiber optics, prepares to sever a major node. Highly trained Wall Street traders watch their glowing monitors with calculating, icy expressions. With a simple keystroke, the targeted nation is suddenly expelled from the SWIFT network entirely. International transactions are instantly blocked, causing millions of digital transfers to fail. Screens flash violently in angry red hues as cross-border payments are aggressively rejected. Global bankers stand motionless, watching the digital wealth of an entire country evaporate. Massive steel vault doors in central banks around the entire world swing firmly shut and lock securely. Billions of dollars in foreign exchange reserves are frozen solid without any prior warning. The financial lifelines that sustain modern global trade are brutally and abruptly cut off. Letters of credit become worthless pieces of paper, plunging importers into deep, sudden despair. Without access to the US dollar, the sanctioned economy is completely paralyzed from within. Corporate executives stare blankly at their screens, realizing their global contracts are now void. Foreign investors pull their capital out, creating a massive, unstoppable financial drain. The stock market index plummets vertically, wiping out decades of steady economic growth. Red numbers cascade down digital displays like a terrifying waterfall of endless debt. The silent violence of economic warfare proves more destructive than traditional heavy bombs. It destroys the trust and liquidity that keep modern societies functioning daily. Local banks suddenly find themselves isolated, unable to process simple overseas payments. The banking elite show absolutely no emotion, executing the harsh orders of the state. The financial blockade is absolutely precise, targeting key weaknesses with exact aim. It is a calculated strangulation tactic, designed to choke the victim slowly and painfully. In mere hours, a fully integrated economy is forcefully pushed back into the dark ages. The unseen currency shield that protects national stability shatters into a million pieces. Panic begins to brew beneath the surface, as global institutions secretly prepare for the worst.
What about the gold reserves?
The central bank governor looks at the terrifying data, knowing a collapse is imminent. The dominoes continue to fall rapidly, moving from digital numbers to hard physical goods. With the financial arteries blocked, the next deadly strike targets the beating heart of their industry. The global embargo immediately zeroes in on the nation's most vital export: black gold. Massive industrial coastal ports, once bustling with endless energy, fall into an eerie silence. Giant steel cranes stand perfectly still against the gray sky, resembling ancient metallic skeletons. Dozens of colossal supertankers drop their heavy anchors, forced to remain endlessly stranded. Global maritime insurance companies refuse to cover any vessels leaving these docks. The flow of petroleum, the literal lifeblood of the country's entire wealth, is suddenly choked off. An oil tycoon stands at the deserted pier, tightly gripping his hard hat in utter desperation. He watches helplessly as his vast energy empire rusts away in the thick, salty coastal fog. The intricate pipelines that once pumped endless prosperity now sit completely dry and abandoned. Thousands of port workers in stained orange coveralls realize their livelihoods have been destroyed. A young laborer sits slumped on an empty barrel, his hands covered in oil and his eyes hollow. Without oil exports, the government loses its primary source of foreign revenue instantly. The national budget collapses completely, unable to fund infrastructure or basic services. Foreign buyers quickly shift their contracts to rival suppliers, abandoning the sanctioned regime. The industrial machinery of the nation grinds to a halt, starved of essential resources. Storage facilities overflow with crude oil that legally cannot be sold to anyone in the world. Desperate attempts to smuggle barrels via black market networks yield very minimal results.
Hurry, they might be watching.
Satellite imagery monitors the waters, ensuring the maritime blockade remains ironclad. The coastal wind howls through the empty metal scaffolding, sounding like a mournful, tragic cry. Experts analyze this brutal strategy, noting its devastating effectiveness on physical trade. By cutting the head off the economic snake, the global community hopes for a swift surrender. History shows that such massive industrial collapse rarely leads to immediate, peaceful changes. Instead, it breeds widespread poverty, turning productive facilities into desolate graveyards. The proud captains of these massive vessels sit idly in their cabins, watching the horizon fade. The rust spreading on the massive steel hulls perfectly symbolizes the decaying state of the nation. What was once a symbol of immense national pride has become a massive, painful liability. The economic siege has successfully neutralized the country's most potent strategic weapon. When a nation's vital energy is choked off entirely, who truly suffers the greatest heavy loss? The devastating shockwave finally leaves the ports and crashes violently into the city streets. Without a stable currency and foreign trade, the fragile domestic economy shatters apart. The terrifying specter of rapid inflation rears its ugly head, destroying the value of hard work. Prices for basic necessities double, then triple, spinning wildly out of any real control. Thick stacks of national currency quickly become little more than worthless, discarded paper scraps. In traditional local markets, the wooden shelves are completely empty, stripped of all imported goods. A fragile woman kneels on the damp cobblestones, crying out in sheer desperation and profound panic. Her worn woven basket is empty, while handfuls of useless banknotes scatter aimlessly in the wind. The harsh reality of the strategic chessboard is felt most painfully by the common working people. Medicine, food, and fuel become incredibly scarce, pushing society to the breaking point. The unwritten social contract between the state and its common citizens begins to tear apart. Frustrated crowds gather in the ruined city squares to violently protest the economic crash. Anonymous riot police form an imposing black wall to ruthlessly silence the growing unrest. Heavy polycarbonate shields are raised high as heavy batons force back the desperate citizens. Thick black smoke fills the air, while bright orange flames illuminate the dark and broken city streets. The architects of this policy observe the chaotic fallout from thousands of miles away. The strategy relies on civilian riots forcing a rapid government surrender today. Desperate families are forced to turn to dangerous black markets for basic human survival. Meanwhile, the sanctioned elite often manage to bypass these restrictions using vast hidden wealth. This tragic paradox reveals the harsh reality of modern global economic warfare. History shows these blockades rarely achieve political goals without massive human suffering. Even if the embargo is lifted tomorrow, rebuilding the nation will take many decades. The deep trauma inflicted upon these helpless citizens will not easily disappear. Furthermore, trust in the global financial system is permanently and totally broken.
Other sovereign states watch this devastating display and silently begin building new defenses.
They now seek full financial independence to avoid becoming the next tragic global victim. The ink of a diplomat's pen has proven far more destructive than any physical modern sword. A single falling domino has successfully crushed the dreams of millions without a sound. Are these sanctions a necessary tool for peace or a cruel weapon against the innocent? Please share your thoughts on this devastating strategy in the comments section right below. If you found this analysis valuable, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe to our channel.